Well, for the first time in a long time, I'm getting to an update an entire week late. That's because I actually went to France last week, meaning upon my return to the UK, I had a lot to look forward to. Specifically, that being update 222, also known as Infamy 4.0. But this time, it wasn't all about adding more ranks or complexity to Payday's late game progression system. Instead, this update was all about refining the process and making it more accessible and enjoyable to play through, especially for players such as myself, who ended up holding off on going Infamous due to not wanting to get caught mid-cycle when new content releases. So, let's dive into the details of update 222 and how they can positively impact your Payday playing experience. Let's start with the obvious one. Now, once we hit level 100 in an Infamy rank, we do not need to manually go Infamous in order to start earning toward our next Infamy level. Instead, we can start banking earned experience while still heisting with a complete build and access to all weapons in the game. When we do go Infamous from the banked pool, our skills and weapons won't be reset, meaning no more frustration every single cycle. This is a quality of life improvement I can seriously get behind. Previously, the Infamy system has not functioned as was originally intended, as a means to give players endgame content to work towards, whilst naturally enjoying the game. Instead, it's been an awkward process which encourages you to play in the least enjoyable fashion so that you can get back to eventually playing Payday normally once again. Countless Diamond Store rushes, AFK holdouts, and Election Day stealth bonuses are not my idea of a fun time within the game. Now though, we can play Payday however we wish and still get that dopamine rush that comes from feeling like you're progressing and unlocking new gear. In particular, I see this causing somewhat of a resurgence within the DSOD community, as you will actually be adequately rewarded now for playing the game's hardest difficulty, and there's less of a reason to shy away from it, bearing in mind you can have access to complete skill and weapon builds throughout the process. In terms of how the experience bank is tracked, you can take a look within the Infamy menu for a precise out of heist figure, or just look out for the purple indicator around your usual XP bar when keeping tabs from the heist reward screen. Of course, we still have the ability to go Infamous the usual way, which some players may prefer if they find the active leveling process more enjoyable. It's also worth discussing how well the banked Infamies will stack up next to regular reset Infamies in terms of time maximization. You see, we'll require a further 6.66 million experience to reach max level when using the bank method. However, we will also be able to play on higher difficulties more easily and have access to more time efficient methods from the get-go due to having complete skill builds. Not to mention, the archaic job class experience penalties will be ignored, meaning we can play just about any heist to level up. So, Big Oil's back on the menu. Overall, I'm sure the new system will be my preferred way to level due to pure ease of access, but I'm still fairly positive that the old Prestige style system will be marginally faster if time really is of the essence. Do keep in mind though, the second you go Infamous the old way, you will stop banking additional XP towards your next Infamy rank, and the bank will only be accessible once you hit level 100 again, although it will not completely reset when manually going Infamous. That wasn't all for the free update though. Other systems around how we level have also received some adjustments. Importantly, Crime Spree has seen some changes to prevent it from again being leveraged as a de facto leveling method due to the catch-up system. Now, the catch-up bonus has been hard capped at 100, meaning we can't ride off our high Crime Spree friends' coattails to immediately go Infamous on repeat. This was a heads-up change by Overkill, preventing the game mode being abused, but is also one I'm not 100% behind. As I've shown in previous videos, ultra high crime sprees to the tune of 1 million plus can be really fun to play, and being able to access them via friend spree has always been my preferred approach. Now, it's virtually impossible to use the catch-up mechanic to legitimately reach these heights, meaning more people are undoubtedly going to be pushed towards the dark arts of cheat mods to have those experiences. You know what they say about gateway drugs, right? I'm not really sure how Overkill could have addressed this, but it does seem to be a case of a rock and a hard place when it comes to balancing crime sprees in general. It's also worth mentioning that many heists are now getting the experience per loot bag treatment, making loot securing more valuable once again. This is going to add more strategy to my challenge runs, and will reignite some of the core loot-centric mechanics Payday 2 was originally known for, prior to money becoming effectively useless. If we take one of the buffed heists, Shacklethorn Auction, as an example, here you can see me play the heist the old way, on Death Wish difficulty, and then again with all loot secured. The difference in experience earned at the end of the heist was 1.5 million, significantly increasing the value of picking up additional loot. I anticipate this will be the first wave of many heists getting this added XP treatment. That's it for the main changes Update 222 brought with it. However, I do want to quickly mention the buff to the Viper Grenade Arbiter, increasing the projectile velocity to what it used to be, making it a better overall option for my toxic build, specifically with that sniper killing utility. With all that said, this is exactly what I hope to see from future free Payday 2 updates. Take a look at the game's more archaic legacy systems and revamp them to streamline, diversify, or simply improve the gameplay loop for a 2022 audience. Great work by Overkill, a much requested and necessary set of changes to progression overall. I also like that this is an update that can be enjoyed by newer or veteran players alike, bearing in mind many of us have chosen to stay at lower Infamy ranks rather than brave the ups and downs of the old system. If you are a Payday player with strong opinions of how the game should change moving forward, take a look at the in-game survey being ran by Starbreeze and Solston. Solston appears to be an AI-driven survey data analysis platform whose Starbreeze and Overkill are working with to better understand what their core player base wants for Payday 3. Expect some pretty invasive questions if you do decide to take the survey, but also look out for a 15% discount on the Payday store for doing so. Seeing this makes me wonder how finalised systems are within Payday 3 at this point, bearing in mind we're still hanging on to that 2023 release date. I hope this isn't a sign of things being behind schedule. In any case, this kind of player survey data is gold dust for data scientists, so if you're willing, answer honestly, and hopefully help to shape Payday 3 into the best game it can possibly be. With all that said, I promise you that my next challenge run video is coming shortly, so I'll see you all very soon. A huge thank you to my dedicated Patreon backers. If you want to join this crew in going infamous, check out the link below and pledge as little as $2 to see your name in the credits, or get 24-hour early access to future videos and vote on upcoming content. Take care, I'll see you all soon.